All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, I'm married to this game, that's who I made my wife. Said I'd die alone, I told that she probably right. One thing that's for sure, not a stranger to this life. Got a safe that's full of Franklins and a shoulder full of stripes. I don't know what like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself. County jail fade, you can pull my foul yourself. Spot raid, swallow rocks, I'm getting high myself. Nah, damn right I like the life I built. I'm from West Side 60, I might got killed.
Scratchy voice? All right. We are at the final conversation for the evening. I apologize for my voice, but I'm a man of no excuses. So with the little voice I have, I'm going to try to give you my best. So far, give me a big roar that you can hear me okay. Thank you. So I want you to know that I feel an extreme amount of gratitude and blessing and thankful for the life that that good man upstairs has given me. And here I got my beautiful sons. Tiger and Matt, come up here for a second. Tiger, come here. I feel a huge responsibility to perform well for my two biggest critics. These little guys are so competitive. They look up to daddy and mommy for an example, and they know WG, they know the words, they know the language, they're competitive, and I want you guys to know that mommy and daddy, Mac, mira los ojos cuando lo ven. I want both of you to know that mommy and daddy work really hard so that both of you have a chance to take our last name to the top, and the next top, and the next top. Is that a deal? Y trato hecho. ¿Trato hecho? Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I just want to thank you for the incredible sacrifice that you've made getting here. Some of you came from Florida and Texas and the East Coast and the Midwest and the northern part of the country. You came from all over the place. I got my compadres here that came from Mexico City. So we have a huge gathering of people from throughout North America. And I want to thank you for the fact that you came here with the intent to change your life, up your family's ability to get to freedom. I was started in WFG 22 years ago, and I was just like you, a little insecure, nervous. I had no idea what I was entering into. I thought it would work, but I took a leap of faith because I was following this guy named Ed Milet. So I went to a meeting for the very first time, like you. Someone introduced me. I took action. I got this license. I struggled getting those licenses because we had a different business back then than we do today. Today you need a life and health license. Back then we need life and health. You need Series 63, Series 6. And I want to admit to you, I was not really good in school. I kind of got past high school. You know, in Spanish we call it el panzazo. Like I just did what I needed to do to get over. And I graduated high school, and I went and got a job like everybody else. And I was looking for that one thing and kept doing different things to try to make money. I come from a family that was financially challenged. There were immigrants from another country, from Mexico, and they didn't understand how mainstream America worked. So I had to figure this thing out. And thank God I was introduced to the business when I was 19 years old. I was introduced to a company called A.O. Williams. WFG is a product of A.O. Williams. So here I am, 19 years old, looking for something. I got started in that business. I got involved in that business I got my license, and I was pouring everything that I had to offer into that company, A.O. Williams. For the first year and a half or so, I exploded. I got my recruiting down, selling a lot of term insurance. The name of the product there was Common Sense Term, 20 years. That's all they had. So they had one product, and we sold the shit out of that product over and over again. And I was all about this company, A.O. Williams. And then I got that 1990, I got that disappointing letter in the mail. The company sent me a letter, and I opened it up, said A.O. Williams corporate office. I opened it up, says, you are hereby terminated effective immediately. Please turn over all your files to your branch office manager. You can no longer represent this company. Oh my God, it tore my heart apart. I'm all in it, I'm at the meetings, I'm a ball of fire. I'm like some of you guys right now, I knew financial services and that company was going to take me to the top, but I was in God's plan. So I called up the company and says, well, wait a minute, why am I terminated? He says, well, you misrepresented yourself on the application. I'm like, really? How? He says, well, it says here when you fill out your agreement, it says, have you ever been convicted of a crime? And I put no. And it says, well, you have a criminal record. I'm like, really? What do you mean I have a criminal record? Well, it turns out in California, if you get a citation on the street from a cop and you fail to appear in court, that goes on your record as a failure to appear, which is a misdemeanor. It makes you a criminal. I got terminated because of that. Tore me apart. You talking about my hopes are really high, and I got slammed to the ground, just absolutely destroyed me. Maybe worse than that year, November 5th, 1998, my dad died in my arms. So I got terminated from my career, my dad died. You talk about one of the lowest valleys of my life. And yet it says, God will stand his toughest battles to his best soldiers. If you're going through some stuff right now, you understand that there's a reason why God is giving you that challenge. You understand that there's a purpose for you to go through these challenges. So I had to pick myself all up again. I had to continue to move forward. I got involved in the real estate mortgage business. I did really well with that, but it just wasn't fulfilling. It just didn't feel like, man, this is where I need to be. And thank God that day came when I got invited to a BPM for WFG. Back then it was WMA. So I got invited by a guy named Jimmy Reyes. I went to that meeting, shook hands with Ed Mylett, and then I got into the business, but it was a struggle. I tried to take my life license again, failed it because I had changed the test. And on my second, third time, I finally passed it. And you have to submit a thing called a U4 to get your securities license. And then I studied for my test a little bit because I was busy doing mortgages and, a little distracted. It wasn't really focused. But I kept showing up to the meetings. I kept listening to Ed Mylett. I kept learning the system, learning a little bit about the products, falling in love with the business. And I saw other people that I didn't think were as good as me just really scale their business. One of them was Christopher Schleiman. And one of the things that just used to piss me off, like you have no idea, we go to an event like this, and they call him up to the stage. He walked up there, a little short, pudgy guy. He looked at me and said, hey, G, I got you. Oh my God, that's all you needed to do. All you need to do is challenge me, and dude, I'm gonna get freaking competitive. But I couldn't pass the test. Gee, no, I couldn't pass the test. Like, what the hell is going on? So there came a point where I failed the test again, the securities test. And I was so frustrated with myself. I was absolutely just mad at me. And I lived in Pomona, California, with a one-bedroom condo. And one guy says, hey, dude, you're not committed enough. So I got my little laptop computer and I put the practice exam on my computer and I locked myself in. I quarantined back then in my one-bedroom condo on my bed, my computer, and I studied for 7 days in a row. I got up to use the restroom, grab something to eat, shower, go to sleep, wake up, and study. I was determined to pass those freaking tests. And then I showed up to the testing site one more time, feeling more confident. I feel I knew the questions and the answers. The lady at the testing center saw me walk up in and she says, oh, you again? And I'm like, yes, it's me again. I said, but this time something's going to happen. I had already passed one test, I just needed one more. And I went through the test, my heart was beating a little bit fast, but I just felt like I was gaining momentum with the information on the test. And I kept answering them, and I learned how to take the test better. And then, the moment of truth came, enter, and it tallies up your score, and boom, I got a 72. I freaking passed! Oh my goodness! I had that moment of relief, like, okay, and I stood there for like 2 or 3 minutes, like, I can't believe I did this. And then I gathered my stuff, went there, and they do your fingerprints and all that. I walked out of the testing site on Imperial Highway in the city of Brea. I walked out of the testing sites and looked up to the heavens like, whoa, world, watch out, because here I come. And from that moment on, my life, my business, my attitude, I've had an amazing trajectory of success, highly committed to WFG, highly committed to the meetings, totally dedicated to building my family's wealth and my net worth from this source. And I was just after, totally fired up about it. I want to take you through what it was like at the beginning. All of you who have been with us, or if you're brand new with us, if you've been here 2 months or 3 months, I want you to know that this is what it looks like. I also struggle like you. I also have my doubts and fear. Many of you look up on stage and you see a polished guy, you see the finished product. But this is not the way I started. You see my confidence and the way I speak and my mannerisms and just the way I'm certain about things. But this has all been worked on. This is all a process. This is something where I just kept increasing my ability to get clear on my goals. And consistency is a breakfast of champions. Can you say that with me? Consistency is a breakfast of champions. Can you say that with me? Consistency is a breakfast of champions. If you are consistent, then you cannot fail. But if you're inconsistent, if you're sometimes in and sometimes out, you will have a series of challenges. There will be doubt planted in your mind. But the number one thing I believe is my ability to stay consistent. Stay consistent with direct recruiting. Stay consistent with meeting attendance. Stay consistent with working on myself. Stay consistent with being on top of my game. Just, man, I wanted to get my game up to the point where I stayed at the top of my game for years and years and years. Here we are, 22 years later, a multi-decade millionaire, leading a large organization throughout the United States. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful family. I'm living life large, but it didn't start this way. Let me show you how it started. Let's roll my slides. Where's my clicker? Started there. This dude was born in that house. Where were you born in? Tiger and Matt, they were born in Whittier Presbyterian. I was born in a house right there. So, and I don't know, 2 years ago at a Wealth Bowl, I gave you the same presentation. So many of you guys will get a little review of it. Many of you who've never seen it, this is the beginning. This is where I was born. Where were you born? What was your beginning? Your parents had you where? Did your mom take Le Mans classes? Right? Did your mom have what's it called? The needle, what's it called? Epidural. Did your mom have epidural? Mine didn't. By the way, who delivered you into this world? My grandmother delivered, she was a midwife in the little rancho in Zacatecas, Mexico. I was born there. And then, this is the first known picture that I had when I was a kid. My mom and dad, about this time, were getting ready to immigrate to the United States. They left me and my sister behind with my grandmothers and my aunt in another ranch, in another rancho. So this is me. By the way, who's it look like? Tiger doesn't look like you or Mac. That's right there. That's my mom right there. By the way, my mom is one of my heroes in my life. By the way, she's recovering from COVID, so I appreciate all of you guys. Whatever prayer you can say. She's 78 years old. That lady right there is a courageous woman. So anything you can, if any other prayers you can say, to make sure she has a full recovery. I believe she's pretty much coming out of it. But my mom is one of my heroes. Let me tell you a little story. She left us right there, and she went with my dad to Tijuana, and then from Tijuana they hired a tour guide. They're called coyotes. My mom got in the trunk of a car with 8 other people and proceeded to cross the border illegally and didn't get caught. The shell was died, ran out of oxygen. She said they opened up the trunk finally after, and she just said she was ready to pass out, and yet she made it. My dad took the desert. He had a little backpack or a little bag with limited food and water and decided and walked the desert for 2 days. And then by the grace of God, they parted in Tijuana, went different ways, and then 2 days later ended up in Pasadena, California at an address that they both had. No GPS, no cell phone, just the grace of God in the world. So this is all predetermined. This man right here is supposed to be somebody due to the great sacrifice that they paid. They had no idea. You think my mom right there says, oh yeah, I'm going to go pay this tremendous price so that my kids have an amazing future. One day they're going to lead a team of thousands of people across North America in the financial services industry. You think she was thinking that? But see, the man upstairs has great plans for you. You better appreciate what people behind you have done to make sure you have a chance. And there we go. I was not living with my aunt and my grandmother, and my mom sent from the United States, sent them some money, and they went and bought us some clothes, and here I am. Look, you see the house in the background? It's called the Lole. That's the material of the house in that casa de Lole. And that's me, Yolanda. Some of you guys know my sister, Anthony. You know Yolanda. That's about the same face she even has today. She's a 50-year-old woman. She has the same face. There is our passport picture when I was 5 years old, Matt, when I was your age. That's what Daddy looked like. Look at my hair. How about that? So this is the passport picture we took when we entered Tijuana into San Isidro. When I was 5 years old, I entered into the land of opportunity called the United States of America. And I kept going. As a grown man, I opened up my office in Pomona, California, and they told me, hey, there's power with proximity. Back then, we did not have Zoom. So I went and bought a little condo, a one-bedroom condo. I think I paid like $92,000 for it, if I remember correctly. So I had a one-bedroom condo, Pomona, California, and started to really rise and build my income, recruiting people, focus on the business. There's my first check. What did your first check look like? $80. By the way, back then there was no direct deposit. They actually sent me a physical check. So a couple of things I want to share with you. When the check came to the office, I don't know that I was quite licensed yet or fully, but by the way, how do you get a check for exactly $80? So I don't know how this check arrived, but I received the check. I looked at it in the front, looked at the name, looked at the amount, looked at the date, turned it around, saw the little watermark. And then some people would say, what? I keep showing up to all these meetings, you're going to all these events, it's costing you money, and all you made is $80? That doesn't work. That's one viewpoint. But another viewpoint is, I looked at it, and then my eyes got big, my heart rate started to beat a little bit more, and then I said, it works! $80! It's legit, it works. Now, let me explain this to you. Before the $80, nothing. After the $80, nothing. Do you have faith? Do you have faith? Because you know WFG Success is a faith business. I didn't see my future, but I believe I was going to have a future, and yet I continue to do it. Then here we go. There's my beginning. My next check was $11.20. Chingon! How about that? My next check, so $80, then $11. I'm going backwards. And then my next check, $90, and then I got consistent, 90, 90, 90. Exactly how do you make $90 3 consecutive months in a row? I don't know. But then the money started rolling in. $1,500, $99, $2,500, $1,600, and then back to $95. You talk about believing, you talk about staying consistent, you talk about understanding that this is entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs will have this life rather than an employee, the same day, the same money. It's exact same dollar every paycheck. This is faith. This is entrepreneurship. Believe. And then it just got better. I started making money. So my second year in the business, there was $72,000. Now you've heard me tell this story before. One thing I can tell you, I was coachable and I listened. You know what I did? I took all $72,000 and I saved it. None of this went to anything but savings. So I was coachable. It says, live on your full-time income from your job. All WFG money, save it, and save it, and save it. So, I already had, what was this? I already had $10,600, plus another 72. I was up over $80-something thousand saved cash. So I started making money, but saved it all, put it in my Trans-America mutual funds. Third year, cracked my ring, and finally got my ring, $150,000. Now, if you look at the numbers, that was about 80-something thousand, plus what I had over $222,000 saved, because I saved it all. All you young people in here, save all your money in WFG. If you have a job, keep living on that job money, save all your WFG income. You want to be financially independent? You want to beat everybody? You want to start gaining confidence? You want to feel like, man, the future is yours? You want to feel like problems from a financial direction are way behind you? Continue to do that. My 4th year in the business, my business started, look at all the consistency. Look at the tens of thousands of dollars that start to roll in. A little bit more consistent. By the way, you notice? I started the year in the 20s and 30s. Now I had almost, there was only 2 months there under 20,000. 2 months under 20,000, all of them. But you just continue to blow up. So from 323, the next year, look at that. More than double my income. You want to double your income? Consistency. Show up to every meetings. 3-4 KTPs every single day. Weekends, work. You know where you'll give up? The river, the lake, going to Rosarito, hanging out with friends, backyard barbecues, carne asadas. Pass up on all that. I was busy building my business, busy building a life that I could forever take a break from. Kept doing it. And then the next year, by the way, I wanted to share this week. Let's go to April 2005. How much money did I make? Let's call it 83. Are you with me? Hello? How much? 83,000. So April 2005, I made about $83,000. There's my mortgage statement, there's my address. My mortgage company was Downey Savings. Let me show you my mortgage payment. So I made $83,000 that month, but yet I was paying $515 for my mortgage. Separate from that was my homeowners association, saving all of that. Living lean. My expenses were right here, and my income grew, and I took all that money and just put it to the side and saved and saved and saved. Saving money. I just in this one account called Hill Independent, I had over $280, how much? $282,000 saved cash. You want to put yourself in a position where you're totally financially independent, pay attention to the numbers. See, WG is 3 things. It's people, it's common sense, and numbers. One more time. People, common sense, and numbers. Pay attention to the numbers. Make common sense decisions. This is what I talk to all of you guys that counsel with us. You read? This is what I talk about. Angela, you won't talk about. Merchant guard, this is what I talk about. You better be getting financially independent. It's all about becoming financially independent. Let me tell you one thing. You don't get started in WG so that you can continue the years of the past where you still struggle. And you realize there are people in WG with dreams that still struggle because they don't understand this. They're buying things. They're trying to show off. I was lean, man. Lean, kept my expenses way down. Continue that, kept saving. How much money did I have here at that time? Another $128,000 or so in my E-Trade account. All the way, see my account name? What does it say? Big Baller, pretty cool. Mac, see the account, Big Baller? Ed, my wife sold me my first policy with Pacific Life. He just told me, hey, you need to get one of these. In order for you to sell them, you need to own one. Okay. If my coach says it, there's it my left. And I bought cash value, my first year, $28,888 in my cash value, starting to build. And then since then, since 2002, 2003, I began the concept, I read it in the book, says, you need to have a financial statement every single month. Every month, you do a tally of where you're at. This is how much money I have this month, this is how much money I have next month, what's the difference? So therefore, inspect what you expect. What is your expectation? Well, your expectation, like all corporations, like every restaurant, like every tech company, like every gasoline station, they have financial audits. Do you have a financial audit? Do you pay attention to your money? I do. This is not being materialistic, this is being pretty smart. All multimillionaires, all really successful people, they measure all of their wealth month in and month out. So I'm recommending for all of you guys. I don't know if you have 1 account or 2 or 3 accounts. I don't know if you have $3,000. If you only have $3,000, the goal is next month you ought to have more. And then next month you ought to have more. And you ought to be obsessed with funding your investments. Get completely. So I was a cash millionaire. I heard Rich Stoller says there's one thing about becoming a cash millionaire, and that became my goal. I was locked onto that, and I took all of my accounts. Back then I had the Transamerica, the Mutual Fund, Bank Camping, Prudential, my Western Reserve, which is not Transamerica. There's all my accounts, and every month I was just busy funding and saving money and kept doing it and kept. But this is 2005. Imagine what that looks like now. That's 16 years later, we're stacking some wealth. Look at that cheerleader. Look at that cheerleader right here. There you go. My 6-year business. Sometimes I say 5 years, but the reality is 6 years. Cracked $1 million. The first Latino in WFG to make over $1 million. All the critics were now silent. Hey, does that thing work? It's a pyramid. Are you rich already? Show me a check. There you go. It was now just stacking. And the next year, look at the consistency. Another 1.3 something. So just keep stacking your money. By the way, my 6th year, I cracked $1 million. I want to challenge all you leaders in here. You can make your first million. Chavitos, when's the first million coming? Let's go. I did it. There's not too much difference between you and I. Matter of fact, many of you guys are way sharper than me. I just want to admit that. I see the way you speak. I see you guys the way you carry yourself. You're articulate. Well, let's go. My 6-year-old clocked $1 million. There's nothing I did that you can't do. I've given you an example. And I continue to give you the example. My wife and I are in the grind on a daily basis. We are after this. We want this a month. It's cool to make it a year, but we want it a month. And then later on, we want it every cycle. You realize down the road, we're going to pull $100 million a year on this deal? Because WG is just barely getting started. You realize we have 20 years of record-breaking performance, yet in the United States of America, WG has less than 1% market share. You all understand that? Hello? Less than 1% market share after 20 years of incredible performance. That's how big the market is. Some 400 million people occupy this land called the United States of America, yet we have less than 1% of the market share. Now, decided, okay, I think I need to buy a house. So I got together with my realtor, I went and bought a house. This is not what it looked like when I first got it. I went and bought this home. It was just the skeleton of the house, and then I added everything to it: the pool, the cabana, the walkways, the sod, the grass, the trees, those palm trees you see right there. Those are the Canary Island palm trees, $15,000 each. I saw a crane pull up to the house, and a crane put the tree way over the house. They had like 6, 7 legs. It was like, hey, wait, you know, and then put it in the ground. It had sand and gravel. It was just a fascinating thing. And, you know, we've had our kids come home to the house. Remember where I was born at? And then our kids come to this right here. By the way, Tiger came home in a Range Rover to this house, and Matt came over in a G-Wagon to this house from the hospital where they were born. I tell my kids all the time, I say, you know what, man, I wish I could be born again to GUILLERMO HARO. Then I got a wife. So I was a bachelor living in that house, and I went to the 2008 WG convention in downtown LA, and I was on stage like right now, and in the audience were the lipstick mafia chicks. And they all rolled up to the stage, just went one after another. I think the third one, I had to roll up, and I looked up and down, what's your name? She parked up, and here you go. Where are you from? That's San Jose. I said, whose team are you on? Eric Olsen. I said, what's your last name? She said, Betancourt. I said, Angelica Betancourt? She said, nice to meet you. We'll be in touch. I got off stage when I'm done. I go back there and I call the home office. And I call my elite partner. Hey, I have a referral for someone who lives in San Jose. I need her number because I lost it. Is she on your team? Like, no, I said, but you gotta do me a favor with this. I really have to have this. And I closed the girl there at home office to give me the number. So I got that number, and we mounted a follow-up campaign like you can't imagine. This was in March, and we followed up and followed up and followed up. December 11, 2008. Rosa, stand up, Rosa. Where's Rosa right there? You go saw Rosa? Rosa and Angelica rolled up to 605 Gordon Highlands Court in Angelica's convertible Mercedes, and the rest is history. So Rosa brought her over to confirm that I should be with her, that she was going to find, enough flaws in me. But I said, Rosa, you realize you bought me a sheep and you put it in the lion's mouth. Yeah, she wasn't going to escape, so close that deal, and then here we go. Who's your best team? It's called Unity in the Home. See, our kids, our family, our nannies, they're all about what we do. We're a WG family, we're sold out to it. My kids prospect with us. We have fun about WG. If you notice, my kids are here right now. I just love the fact that we're all in it together. This is not a GUILLERMO HARO business or a Angelica HARO business or just like his 19th year thing. No, this is a collective unit. You want to win to the highest levels, you better enroll every single person in your family into it. Make sure you have WG language throughout the house, praise, encouragement, lift people up, challenge them. So we do this. There's my daughter, many of you guys don't know her, this is Sophia. Some of you do know her from when she was a little girl, when I was a single dad. I was a single dad back then, and I was building my business, and it was a weekend, it was my weekend to take care of Sophia. And so I would take Sophia on appointments with me, and she was a baby, maybe, 8 months, a year, and she'd be like, oh, I'd be doing the KTP, and then all of a sudden, she'd poop, and I told the client, hang on a second, can I change her? And then we'll get right back to my KTP. All of the issues that come with this sort of having a child out their life. All you single people, don't have kids on wedlock. Wait till you're absolutely, completely convinced that you're going to be with this person for the rest of your life, then lock them in. Y'all with me? Just want to, because it's a challenging situation. But nonetheless, God has blessed me with 3 beautiful kids, and they go right there. And then we just love to party. You don't know too many Mexicans that don't love to party, do you? So we love to party. We enjoy ourselves. Part of paying the price is so you can have fun. What's your style of fun? Hopefully you're a fun person, because when you're fun, other people will enjoy the fact that you live a life that's fun. So there's a party that we throw at our house. We invited some of you guys. This is what our party looked like there. That was the Canelo Triple G fight, right? The Canelo Triple G fight. And we just go all out, man. We have these VIP sections there. There's the white couches. We invite people over to our house. We had food, we had booze, we raffled. There you go. Check this out. Roll it. At that party also, I raffled my Bentley, so when someone rolled away with my Bentley, we just gave a Bentley away. Isn't that pretty cool? We had a Mexican banda. There's our whips. That's what young people call cars, from what I understand. I didn't know that before. So there's our whip. But we don't have either one of those cars anymore because we've upgraded, so that's pretty cool. But we're having a blast. Before we leave on our appointments, before we leave to the office or a date night, our kids always roll out with us. And here's one of the times where they're in their pajamas or hanging out at the house, and the man takes a picture of us, and this is just the way we do it, man. It's awesome. Then one of my goals was to buy a private jet. And this company allowed me to be fiscally sound so that one day I could be in a position where we could buy a private jet. Matter of fact, tomorrow, we're getting ready to announce some of you guys that bought your registration at Walmart early, your names will be pulled out, your names will be mentioned from the drawing we had. And some of you guys will be on that jet with us, and we're going to go take you to a fancy dinner. Is that awesome or what? So be ready for that. And then, hey, you got to stay lean and mean. I want to recommend all of you guys. What's your physique look like? One thing I understand is, I say, you want to be a corporate athlete. Your body is a big part of your performance. Treat your body like $1 million machine that it is. They said LeBron James spends $1 million a year on his body, on his nutrition, his therapy, the ice baths. When they stick you in that tube with what's that called, David? Cryotherapy. So I do all that stuff. Massages, stretch. I have a stretching coach. Hey, it's awesome to be on top and feel physically strong and lean and confident. You want to get more confident? Start really working on your body. Get up in the morning, go work. Go work out. This is super important. Let me just tell you, it'll change your life. All of you guys who are a little heavy set, some of you guys may be 30 pounds over. I want you to picture that you pick up a dumbbell for 30 pounds and you walk around the whole day with your 30-pound dumbbell. That's what you're doing to the body for being 30 pounds overweight. I want you to picture about that. Just understand the importance of getting yourself lean, of eating the right things. I mentioned it before, we don't drink soda. I see some of you guys out there, you still drink soda, you still eat McDonald's, you still eat a lot of fried foods, a lot of sugary stuff. Let me recommend, I'm not a nutritionist here, but I am, lay off that stuff. Lay off of all of the things that can decay your body, that can disease your body. I know you're going to die, but it shouldn't be because of something that you could prevent. So get really serious about that. Let's do the grind. We got to grind. We got to go work hard. We got to make this thing happen. One of my goals is to play basketball. When I was a kid, I wanted to be in the NBA. Well, that didn't happen. No support, no coaching, no nutrition, no. My mom and dad never supported my goal of being in the NBA. There was always this whole thing about we need money now. But I got into WG and I ran out the Staples Center. What's it like to say, hey, I ran out the entire arena. I took my kids here. We invited some of you guys out there, and we went and played at the arena. Don't look like an NBA basketball player or what? That was pretty cool, huh? Look at that. So my kids forever, Daddy shot a free throw at the Staples Center and missed it. Well, my jump shot. I did make that shot. Over some shorter Filipino dude, not a problem. Pretty cool. By the way, we won that game. Then I love golf. Became members of the country club. Now when we moved to Florida, we're going to become members of another country club over there. And I play now roughly some 200 or so top-notch golf courses throughout the world. It's one of my just absolute passions. And we're going to do this. And here it goes. Our work to the world usually determines by what remains after the bad habits are subtracted from your good ones. It's all about your habits. What you say, what you do, your actions. What you repeatedly do, you become. Make sure you repeatedly do greatness. We're going to have an amazing roll call. We made a roll call. This is all my information. Follow me on my social media. I want all of you guys to get on your social media and blow up this event. Team Conquer all the way to the top. Thank you so much. See ya.